Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So not sure if you've seen Joe Biden's speech from the DNC. I watched it this morning and I was shocked. I was shocked because watching the news here or there, I was seeing all kinds of clips of people praising him, so excited. This is the best speech of Joe Biden's career. He's been in politics for 47 years. This is the best speech of his career. He was reading somebody else's words that was written for him from a teleprompter. No one said he couldn't read. We know Joe Biden can read. What we do know also is that he can't put a coherent sentence together. He could never debate Trump. He could never put his own thoughts together. So look at him here. Because he was reading someone else's words that was written for him from a teleprompter, he did great. How? Have we set the bar so low for Joe Biden as long as he kept on reading, didn't screw up, didn't go off script and start going on some kind of racial rant? He did great? How? To sum up Joe Biden's speech, he was pandering to black people and people of color. He was praising George Floyd and other career criminals. George Floyd, a guy that was committing crimes on the day he died and was so pumped up full of drugs, that's what probably killed him. Did he praise our brave men and women in law enforcement that have to put up with all of these vile, disgusting, rioting, violent lunatics every day for the last 80 days? No, he didn't mention that. He used that time to bash Trump and tell us what a better job he could have done. Well, Joe Biden had 8 years in the White House and accomplished nothing. So what's going to happen on September 29th when the first debate is scheduled? I can't see it. I can't see Joe Biden debating Donald Trump. What I can see is Joe Biden reading a teleprompter from his basement while Trump is on stage looking pretty disgusted, because this is not fair. This is a vile disgrace, a vile attempt to have this incoherent, babbling idiot run for president. You know what? I take that back. I'm going to show you a clip at the end of this video where at one time Joe Biden was coherent, sharp, articulate, passionate. I'm going to show you a speech that I say was Joe Biden's best speech of his career. He actually accomplished something with his speech. So for those of you who think Joe Biden is not losing it, do a comparison now of this pathetic speech of him reading to the speech I'm about to show you. Let's take a look.
It doesn't matter whether or not the person that is accosting your son or daughter or my son or daughter, my wife, your husband, my mother, your parents. It doesn't matter whether or not they were deprived as a youth. It doesn't matter or not whether or not they had no background that enabled them to become socialized into the fabric of society. It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society. The end result is they're about to knock my mother on the head with a lead pipe, shoot my sister, beat up my wife, take on my sons. So I don't want to ask, what made them do this? They must be taken off the street. That's number one. There's a consensus on that. Unless we do something about that cadre of young people, tens of thousands of them, born out of wedlock, without parents, without supervision, without any structure, without any conscience developing, because they literally, I yield myself 3 more minutes, because they literally have not been socialized. They literally have not had an opportunity. We should focus on them now. If we don't, they will, or a portion of them will, become the predators 15 years from now. And Madam President, we have predators on our streets that society has, in fact, in part because of its neglect, created. Again, it does not mean because we created them that we somehow forgive them or do not take them out of society to protect my family and yours from them. They are beyond the pale, many of those people. Beyond the pale. And it's a sad commentary on society. We have no choice but to take them out of society. And the truth is, we don't very well know how to rehabilitate them at that point. That's the sad truth. I'm the guy that said, rehabilitation, when it occurs, we don't understand it and notice it. And even when we notice it and we know it occurs, we don't know why. So you cannot make rehabilitation a condition for release. That's why in our system, there's the federal system, you serve 85% of your time. It's a shame, but we don't know how to rehabilitate. But there is a consensus, and I will cease. A, we must make the streets safer. I don't care why someone is a malfactor in society. I don't care why someone is antisocial. I don't care why they become a sociopath. We have an obligation to cordon them off from the rest of society, try to help them, try to change their behavior. That's why we do in this bill. We have drug treatment and we have other treatments to try to deal with it. But they are in jail, away from my mother, your husband, our families. But we would be absolutely stupid as a society if we didn't recognize the condition that nurtured those folks still exist, and we must deal with that.